You got plenty of blocks, okay? And identifying those blocks is the work. It comes from doing the work. It comes from just taking the journey step by step, okay? You're writing your first book, you're embarking on the journey, and you're like, you know what? I'm not getting anything. If I'm called to write this book, why I'm not getting anything? Why am I not getting anything? I have to, sometimes I'm like, this grammar, I know we're all writers. I don't want you to hear my voice in your head and you start writing out like I talk, and that's again, that is a part of understanding yourself and how you write and who you are and finding your authentic voice. Because when you start off, you might begin writing in a lot of people's voices. Know that you won't always have, you won't just start off. I think that we think that we're going to hit the ground running. And so we have these ideals and idealistic. We see people where they are, but we didn't see all those years and all the work that it took. Not saying it's going to take you years, but it could. I have worked on my craft for years, but I didn't know that I was working on it. You may have been working on your craft for years, but didn't know you were working on it. And so now when you sit down and once you get rid of the blocks, you'll actually start seeing and being more aware. You start remembering things like, oh my gosh, I went to this school, or I did this, or I learned this, or I did this on my job, and I didn't know that it was training me for this moment. You'll start finding more of those moments that you have experienced, and you'll start, instead of looking at them as, oh, that was a time in my life where I was working a 9 to 5 days, or you're judging yourself, that was a time in my life when I was doing this, when I was doing that. And it's like, no, that was a time in your life where you learned, where you were building up who you were, and you were in the process of building up to this very moment, and you didn't even know it yet. Okay? So let's look at, we're going to look at the blocks that can hinder your process and make it challenging to, tap into your creativity. And then by understanding these common causes, then you can better address them. We got some perfectionism is number one. And when you're striving for perfection, it can be a sign and that you're putting too much pressure on yourself. You're putting excessive pressure on yourself. Striving for perfection, it can be a significant obstacle. I'm sure you already know that, but this is a reminder, okay? You're trying to produce some flawless work, right? And then what happens is you're led to self-doubt. And you have fear of failure, which can then stifle your creative flow. And it all works together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a clearing session for you, and I'm going to post it right under this video, and it's going to be a sound bowl session, okay? And the intention is to clear out and make yourself aware of any thoughts of perfectionism and why it's there. And then we're going to clear out the blockages, right? But the whole intention, that's what happens, right? But the actual intention is going to be to release the need to have everything perfect before you get into your writing flow. Sometimes you just have to start, okay? Practice writing and journaling every day. Don't approach it like it's another thing I gotta do. I got other stuff to focus on. No, journal about your life. Journal about how you feel. Journal about something. Journal, maybe even do a gratitude journal. 10 things a day. There's a book called Magic by Rhonda Burns, and she talks about it's 28 days of magic, and every day you're grateful for 10 things, and she's very specific about these 10 things. She encompasses the whole aspect, like things we don't even think about to be grateful for. It's a really great reminder. I also, I would want you to go buy the book, okay? I don't know if she would want me to share her PDF, but I do have the PDF I need to make sure that it doesn't have that, like it's clear that I'm able to share it before I share it with you. But in the meantime, you can just go buy her book. And what I would want you to do is take a moment of about 5 minutes to yourself and just sit, just be, and just clear your energy. Imagine water being poured on your head, and this water is divinely filled with this water is filled with light and magic, that it's like an energy of creativity all in one bucket. And this water gets poured on top of your head, and as it hits your head, it actually is warm, and you feel it flowing down. You feel it flowing down, flowing down, flowing down. And as you feel this energy flowing down, it's filling up your insides. It's going through from your crown down to your third eye, to your throat chakra, to your heart, to your solar plexus, down to your sacral, all the way down to your root, and down, all the way to the foot, from the rooter to the tutor. We are allowing this water to flow on us and within us. This water releases the flow of energy. Take a deep breath. And then exhale. Allow this water to fill you up. And then imagine this water now is within you. You now have all the light, the creative juices within you are now connected to the divine flow. So you begin to just write whatever comes to your mind. Just write. And as you feel this flow on the page, be in gratitude to yourself for allowing yourself to receive the flow of the divine. Write until you're finished. Write until your mind says, I'm done. Or not your mind, your heart. The difference, your mind says, I should stop right here. I've been writing too long, or I should do something else. Your heart says, I feel like I've shared what I've needed to share for today. And it's literally a feeling of stop, like you feel it. And you'll start growing used to this feeling of knowing when to go, knowing when not to. Because as a writer, you need to have rest. Getting enough sleep is very important, very sufficient. Okay? So take that with you. Peace.